And now I want to talk about this little group here. This woman here, this is a very important segment. Okay. This woman here, I'm not going to play the video. I don't need to, and I don't believe in that. This woman here, her name is, she will talk about a man named Tank, too. These two people are handlers and or shills that are attempting to coup the Treasury of the United States, allodial, and the United States of America. And you see they have this interesting seal here. It says Presidential Executive Order Enforcement, LifeForce. I don't know what the hell that is. But I have actually spoken to an individual she speaks about in this video named Tank. And these people aver to be controllers of the Marduk, which is, as in Marduk, the brother of as in Low Egypt. Okay. And this woman right here, purportedly, I've never talked to this woman, I've only talked to Tank, although I did not see his face. Okay, so I was in a Zoom meeting with this guy that they requested. Okay. And he tried to solicit me, he tried to act like I should solicit them for something. I said, no, I'm the trust here, you will solicit me. And I basically told them that whatever they were doing was criminal. Because this woman right here apparently was put in some position of power because they tested her mitochondria. And she has mitochondrial DNA of the 13 bloodlines. And she's supposedly writing checks, okay, off these high trust. Well, she's sitting here talking about how she keeps speaking of trust. So people following this woman keep talking about the trust. Well, the trust they're talking about is mine, that they are criminally stolen and holding right now. That's what it is. Okay. And she brings forth a couple things in here. One is she talks about let's go back. Hold on. Let me get it. If I can get it. My computer gonna, yeah, okay. So I need to go back one. She reveals, yeah, there you go. She reveals, I'm going to tell you that she's not in the know because she doesn't know the answers to these things that I do. Okay. So she does disclose some facts in here. One, there are 0 assets. As of Friday last week, the Federal Reserve System had 0 assets. All the banks were 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 across the board. So someone has zeroed the ledger, if we believe what she has mentioned. And additionally, she says it's all gone in a day. What did I tell you guys? Fat old men falls in a day. What did I say? She's even saying it fell in a day. All the Fed accounts, every bank ledger on Friday, according to her, fell in a day. But she doesn't know why. But she's supposed to be the head of a trust. Okay? And she also talks about how that they have created a new system in the last weeks, which means you will use your phone and things like that, which would include facial recognition and fingerprinting in a form of quantum alternative banking. You have to hear what she's talking about in this video, folks. And she also discloses that someone from New Zealand had siphoned $528 billion off of the stock market. Okay, well, that's the stock market. That's my platform. That's my allodial trust. Remember, my social security number, my wife's social security, my daughter's social security, my son's social security numbers are the allodial land bank platforms now running all of the stock market. Everything that you know in commodities and equity and treasury notes are running off my family's allodial trusts. So she's sitting there saying they found out that they had been siphoning off $58 billion. And someone in New Zealand. We will discuss the significance of New Zealand in my next video. And when we do that, everybody be ready to do a live rip of it. Because the minute I expose it, the minute I am done with that live interview, that live video, it will be ripped. That's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to talk about New Zealand and Trump. New Zealand and Trump are connected, folks. Well, Trump's got his finger everywhere. But what they have done basically is New Zealand, remember, the Netherlands was named in the Definitive Treaty of Peace, where John Quincy Adams, they just say John Adams, was an esquire for the court of New Zealand, of the Netherlands, which at the time, New Zealand. And so New Zealand had been running the treasuries with their, and that's also where I believe that CERN is somehow connected to New Zealand. And remember the Christchurch video, folks. Remember the Christchurch video. So what they had been doing is siphoning off my allodial estate, which is your land bank, really. It's the land trust of the whole world. She admits to that. And the other thing, but then she brings up this other interesting point. She makes this statement and makes the actual picture of it. No law has been written in any government anywhere about repository trust. Because what she discusses, okay, and I got to do some face-to-face on this because it's just ludicrous. This woman was supposedly, because she was searched. Remember, I keep telling you about the philosopher kings of Greek mythology, of Greece, right? The philosopher kings have been believe that a elite bloodline of people would become the hidden masters of the world. Well, guess what? She's one of them, but she's not so hidden. But they went and found this one person who supposedly has mitochondrial DNA, okay, to match all 13 whatevers they think are the bloodlines, because they think they're divine, right? Regardless, this individual, Kim, and her associate Tank, who has no name. Kim was apparently pulled out of, whatever the population of the world is, because she had the mitochondrial. This is out of Tank's mouth to me. This is straight first person me conveyance, okay? Tank told me this person named Kim had all the mitochondrial DNA so she would somehow be put in front of a trust to sign checks, okay? And yet she thinks that repository trust law, okay, there's no law regarding repository trust law. That's what she thinks. She thinks there's no law regarding repository trust law. Well, there is law regarding repository trust law, okay, and it's actually written in Blackstone's Commentaries for the Laws of England, okay. What is repository? This is a well-established trust law, folks, and guess what it's bound by? And so this woman, who does not know that the word repository trust actually has a long-standing history and well-established law concerning equity. Actually, it's bound. The repository trust laws sit in equity. So if you listen to this video, what she's exposed to you is that they are now trying to use a banking platform where you have to use your fingerprints and facial recognition and your personal you have to use your mask of self to use it. So they're going to track you. They're going to track everything about you, okay? They're calling it an alternative bank. So she's actually, surreptitiously admitting that they've stolen my stuff and they're trying to set up an alternative system. And the woman who's supposedly writing checks all over the world for banking doesn't even know that the word repository, as in trust law, is an existing system. She actually says, I named it repository because there's no laws on repository trust created by any nation. It's almost an exact quote. Wrong, Kim, who is writing checks unlawfully on things that she's not by law allowed to do, who knows nothing of trust law, and thus is not qualified to sign anything. And see, that's the thing. These people think, because they create what they think satisfies prophecy, that they can just go on and on and on. Okay. And if you notice, I have a little icon, hopefully a watermark on my videos now, because we've had some issues with people stealing them and talking crap. We also have another whoops, assholes. Well, I'll have to go back to those. This is information concerning my case that originated a long time ago. And remember, I told everybody it was an action concerning fraudulent in a sheet. This is the confirmation right here. Original action in a sheet. Okay, and this is, look here. This is March 18, 2015. This is when I was actually I think I was in prison at this time. And this is their motion to dismiss. It says that, it basically affirms that I was saying that they were committing unlawful escheat. They even admit, it's titled original action in escheat and equity. So it's actually on the record that I established my claim in equity. The law that governs repository trust law, Kim, who knows nothing of law or banking. Scary stuff, folks. You got people running around acting utterly criminal, being shills, and stealing your stuff. This is the confirmational page, which confirms Lotus versus United States of America. Remember, I told you this is a 2014 case. So this is when the instrument of Lotus was created, right here. And this has changed too. This is all capitals, United States of America. That actually is not. It's not it's not all capitals. These are in mixed uppercase. It's poison gloss. There's no such thing as United States of America, folks, in all capitals. There's no such thing. They wish. They've tried to commercialize the term America, but America is not a commercial term. America is a land term. It can be made a commercial term by me, but nobody else, because now I own the trademark and the service mark America. These people are really screwed in the law, folks. Really screwed. If I'm talking fast, it's because I'm trying to get to a point, because I have some really important stuff to talk to you about. Okay, really important stuff. Better feed, good. We have better stream, good. We have some really important stuff to talk about concerning what's going on in the legislature. Okay, but more importantly, I really want to emphasize that these people, Kim and Tank, are complete shills and or tools that are being handled. She clearly has no comprehension of banking law, and has no idea about repository trust law or law of equity, and yet she's supposedly supposed to be the person signing checks for everybody all over the world or out of this trust. She's a shill. Do not listen to her. But her information, if true, you know, she's getting backdoor information. Apparently she thinks she's the presidential enforcement of something. I don't know what they think they are, but anytime they say the word trust, they're talking about me and my works. Nothing that they have done has... They're just, as far as I can tell, what you have to understand what they do, what the military's done after I told them to do, you know, go restore the republic. They basically sent out operatives through CIA, FBI, and clandestine, off the books, black ops, and went to all these organizations that were trying to reorganize, trying to do something in law, and have co-opted them. And that's how I came to know Kim, about Kim and Tank, because they were basically trying to co-op some of the American assemblies. Some of the assemblies that are trying to reorganize throughout the United States. They were trying to co-opt them and insert themselves into it. And I'm going to bust them out right now. Kim and Tank are shills. Kim knows nothing of banking. She has proven by her testimony in this video that she doesn't know crap of banking. And there is no way this woman has anything she's regurgitating is something someone's feeding her to lie to you and make you believe that something is happening that is not happening. Okay? So you guys need to be very conscientious of this, because on Facebook real quick, so that I can show you these two links. Apparently it logged me out. Imagine that. But whoever this group is, I'm calling them straight out as shills and frauds. They're like Anna von Ritz. They're trying to lure you into believing that they are something, when all that they are operating under is they're talking about other people's instruments. They're talking about mine. So the trust in every conversation that Kim and them have had with you all, whoever's watched them and believes anything that's coming out of their mouth, is mine. So the word trust is me. It's the tribe trust. That's what they're talking about. So again, I cannot emphasize more how there are people all over the world that are soliciting people to do criminal acts, and or are intentionally there to undermine what you are trying to accomplish. Okay, they are there to co-opt you, and the presentment that Kim and Tank are doing, they're just a mask of a criminal of the Pedo Cult, who will not release the SOVCit to me, that they are required to by law, so that I can give Jubilee. That's where we're at. So everyone keeps asking me about Jubilee. You want Jubilee? Vacate the District of Columbia of the District of Criminals of the coup, because by law they are required to collapse the SOVCit and return it to the people. And they're not doing it. Instead, they're puppeting people who, by their own testimony, are proving themselves ignorant of the law that they supposedly are talking about. Banking law, trust law. Her testimony proves her an idiot of banking. Okay? An idiot. Do not listen to her. She is a shill and handled by the coup.